Okay, this is not going to be one of the easiest videos that I would be sharing. It's going to be pretty personal, but I think it's worth sharing to everyone. Nowadays, there are a lot of parents who are either separating or divorcing, and that's something as children we don't really want our parents to go through. But sometimes it's unavoidable, and they just go on their separate ways. My parents separated when I was about 8 years old. So it's about 2 decades ago. And well, here I am. I think I'm okay. I think I'm happy, but it still has not spared me from some of the childhood wounds that I have to carry and the scars that I have to carry. So we need to find how we're going to cope with this very traumatic experience in our lives. No matter how much our parents might want to make it easy for us, parents separating is never easy for kids. So let me share with you 10 things that I've done and I've learned when dealing with this one, so that I think when you look back and when you can tell yourself that I've tried my best to cope with it, and no matter what happened, I've tried to turn out okay, even though I was given situations which are not ideal. So, the first thing is do not self destruct. A lot of us would think that, rebelling, not going to school, having vices, cutting would change the situation, but no. It only makes very negative changes on your future. So, do not self destruct. It's very easy to be angry, but let's try to find ways to actually express our anger and resentment in a healthy way. And when you're in that position, it's very difficult to find that, but do not jeopardize your future further. You can say that you have already been deprived of some of the things that other people with parents who are together might enjoy. So do not help them by depriving yourself some of the things that you can achieve in the future. So go to school, continue with your lessons, be well, join good clubs, don't join gangs, do not self destruct. And I repeat, this is very, very important, because if you self destruct, you're only helping the events to destroy you further. Okay? The second thing that you need to know is you need to grieve. It is really a traumatic experience when your parents separate, and you have to give yourself that chance to grieve. You have to go through the grieving process. True, some of your parents might not have died, but this event is a major event that has happened in your life that is almost equal to a death, because your dreams have died. Your dad may not be walking you down the aisle. Your dreams of having family dinners, family vacations have died. And you have to wake up to the reality that you probably would have to live in separate households. But but it makes it difficult to move forward if you do not grieve. So grieve. Give yourself the time to acknowledge that it has happened and be sad. Cry. It's okay. You need to make sure that you grieve. The third thing is you need to what especially helped me was I wrote a journal. It helps you see the different perspectives. Sometimes there's just so many emotions that you're experiencing. Write it down, and when you write it down and when you look at it, it helps you process them. You also need to write things that are good that has been happening to you, so you have something positive to hold on to. So write a journal to help keep you sane in this time and to help you cope with it. Fourth one is find a hobby, a good one. So a hobby helps you take your mind off these things, because sometimes it becomes very unbearable. You have to withdraw. And when you withdraw, you have to do something that's not destructive. So back to rule number one. So find a hobby, a good one. Smoking's not a good hobby. Neither is drinking. But there are lots of things that you can actually do. You can volunteer. You can take up painting. So as long as this hobby does not destroy you, go ahead and do it. And besides, you'll make new friends, and that would be a plus factor. The fifth one is surround yourself with positive people. So positive people helps you see things from a different perspective, because while you're going through all this grieving process, it's very difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, you know you're in a tunnel, but you can't see the light. So find yourself good friends, surround yourself with positive people, go and join those forums as how to survive broken families, how to survive if your parents get annulled or divorced, well, separated. All of them almost have the same outcome anyway. So find people who are going through the same things with you, or who have gone through the same things with you, and journey with them. It helps to have a friend to journey with you. So surround yourself with positive people. Next, find a good counselor. Sometimes you might need to find yourself a counselor, a professional one, but a friend or a mentor would do as well, because you also have a personal connection. So don't keep it to yourself. Find someone you can trust. Find someone who can counsel you, who can guide you. You know, one of the things that happens in this one is that it becomes difficult to trust our parents because they have let us down in one way or another. So you probably would have to go out there and find an adult who you can see as a role model and who can counsel you and help you tide through these things. Number 7, visualize yourself 10 or 20 years from now, and go ahead and dream for that positive future. Go ahead and make that your goal, because this is the goal that you are going to work towards with. This is not a goal that your parents would have drafted for you or would have made for you. So visualize yourself. Have a vivid picture of what you want to be. Do you want to have a happy family? Do you want to go and travel the world? So work towards those moments, because if you have a vision of the future, it helps pull you away from the present, the suffocating present that you are suffering right now. So go ahead. Write it down, write it in your journal. What are your dreams? What are your ambitions? What are the things that you would want to do, regardless of whether your parents are there or not? Number 8, don't lose hope. The best is yet to be. The world is filled with many, many good things. The world is filled with a lot of happiness and sunshine. And I think right now it's very difficult to see it. But trust me on this one. It's 2 decades ago, and I can actually say that, it's true. There are a lot of good things out here to enjoy. Number 9, be realistic. It will hurt, so prepare yourself. I mean, don't build walls around your heart. I hope you don't. I've done that, and it's really hard tearing those walls down. But it will hurt, and you don't have to deny it. I mean, it will hurt. You don't have to put a brave face. You don't have to put a strong face, because at the end of the day, you're a human being, and you crave for your relationships, and you crave for a whole family. So, I mean, even if you have actually a violent household and your parents would have to separate just to protect you, you would wish that your parents were not violent. So, it hurts, and you just have to admit it, and you just really, really have to give yourself that time to hurt and just be realistic. I mean, it really happened, and don't give yourself the dreamy. Don't tell yourself that it won't hurt, because you're only fooling yourself. Number 10, choose what you want to believe in. You will hear a lot of messages from different sources, and some of them might be applicable to you or might not be applicable to you, but I really pray that at this time you can discern what is applicable to you and what would be good for you, not just for now, but 10 or 20 years from your vision. So choose what to believe in. Some things are written by people who are also hurting, so it might be a bit more negative than the rest, but you have an option to choose what you want to believe in. So those are the things that really help me. I know that if your parents are going through divorce right now, or they're going to become separated, or their marriage is going to be annulled, you're probably having a difficult time. If it has happened, You're probably licking wounds from the past. It's not easy. Even 2 decades later, I'm still discovering fresh wounds here and there, or not really fresh wounds here and there. But please, please, you have to be strong, and there's a better tomorrow waiting for you, and you can have a better future. I care for you. So if you want to share things, please leave comments below. I will try to respond to them as soon as I can. And I'm praying for you, and I wish you all the best. Where are you? There. Where are you?